Neuropathy.
Neuropathy is actually nerve damage, most frequently in the legs, hands, or feet.
What are the symptoms?
The main symptoms are burning, numbness, muscle cramps, and trouble with your balance.
Is neuropathy treatable?
Neuropathy is absolutely treatable.
If you're experiencing burning, tingling, numbness, coldness in your hands or feet, or you're having balance issues, call today to schedule your consult with one of our board-certified pain specialists. Your consult will tell you if you're at risk for serious complications and if you're a good candidate for our cutting-edge neuropathy treatment. Call now. Don't wait until your symptoms are so severe that nothing can be done. End-stage neuropathy can leave people confined to walkers or wheelchairs. We've helped thousands get out of pain related to neuropathy. We accept all major insurances, including Medicare and Medicaid. Call now to schedule your consult.
Arc Cincinnati, coming up next on Star 64.
Is about to get a whole lot messier.
Karamo, today at 2 on Star 64.
Good morning, I'm Jen Dalton.
And I'm Bob Herzog. You can almost hear the music playing for the big dance. March Madness approaches. We have some college hoops to discuss. Plus, it is Friday Eve, so I need a dance party plan. We'll let you know how you can help.
Oh, all right. Well, we're also going to take some time to reminisce about an acting legend, Gene Hackman.
Yeah, that's coming up ahead. But first, let's see what's brewing in the tri-state. It was the great philosophers Phineas and Ferb who always told us there's 104 days of summer vacation and school comes along just to end it. But if an Ohio lawmaker gets his way, he might not end it, but he might shorten that vacation time.
Yeah, New Richmond State Representative Adam Byrd wants school days, or I should say the time you're in school, maybe not during the particular day, like how many you're in for the year, to be a bit longer. Ohio requires at least 1,001 instructional hours, or 175 days, depending on how long the school day is. New Richmond State Representative Adam Byrd wants to add 55 hours. He says math and reading scores are hurting because kids aren't in school long enough. But to put things into perspective, at one point, Ohio required 180 school days.
Personally, we want to have our kids in school. We want to be prioritizing our instructional time, our contact time between teachers and students. And that's what this bill aims to do.
Byrd says it'd be up to each district to figure out how many snow days or calamity days they can still have and still meet the required hours.
It's curious, and I don't know when the 180 days thing got shortened exactly, but I do, old man, it did feel to me like schools were not going as far into say June as we used to go.
Yeah.
It feels like by mid-May, or at least by, not quite the end of May, that schools are already letting out.
Yeah.
That just didn't used to be the case in my day. But I guess the flip side of that is people would always say, well, we used to not start until after Labor Day and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
But I don't know. A few extra days of school doesn't bother me none.
Keep them in there year round.
Make sure you learn your things. But I between bus drivers and teachers, and it's a lot to think about. It's not just as easy as the kids should be in school more.
There is challenges where
I can't believe the messages you get.
There are days where they're like, there's no bus today, your kid doesn't have to come to school, for anybody on this route if you can't get them to school.
Which is
because they're not getting enough.
When you shared that with me and how often that happens, I'm like, is this real?
Yeah.
It is real. All the time it happans.
Yes. So, and that's if some parents might not be able to get their kids to school that day. If you have a certain job where you relied on the bus and, so there are more challenges, I think, than just saying, let's add some more days,
It might sound good in theory, but it's not quite that simple.
But we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Well, it's one of the biggest sporting events in the tri-state, and now we are learning that the Cincinnati Open has plans for even more upgrades. The Garden Suites on Center Court will be new for the 2025 event. It's part of that $260 million transformation. This exclusive hospitality experience promises luxury club seating just feet away from the world's best tennis. The action happens August 5th through the 18th. We've talked about it before. Last year, we missed the air conditioning seats. We will get out. We'll get out there this year somehow. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we're doing it.
We'll do a show from there.
We're just...
construction video behind us. Why don't we do a show out there?
Is that load bearing?
It's 220.
220, whatever it takes.
Yeah. Looks great.
Yep.
I mean, all the stuff
That's
we're hearing.
$250 million they're putting into that place.
But how much money does it bring to our region, though,
A
year
lot.
after year after year?
Yep.
I mean, and it's going to be much longer. Before it was what, 7 days or
More,
I forget the actual
more
days.
players,
but, yeah.
more of that luxury seating, which is, brings in high rollers, so to speak. So it's going to be quite a thing. It
But
really
events
is.
for everybody. There's just all kinds of cool stuff that's coming. So we have to get out there.
Yeah.
Okay. Another thing we have to do.
Well.
Lace up your skates.
Well.
Let's do a show from there, and then I'll
Well.
show myself roller skating while Bob doesn't.
That is
do it.
that is.
Oh,
heck,
those are yours?
That is heck on wheels right
Okay,
there.
Lace up your skates. A new roller rink is opening in Over the Rhine. Skate Downtown Cincinnati says the city will be breaking ground on a new roller rink at the Findlay Community Center. The project also involves the city and 3CDC, which provided this picture. The 60,000 square foot center is planned on the site of the Findlay Playground on Vine Street. I'm trying to picture exactly where that is. It will include a 10,000 square foot rink, a workout room, a gym, track, indoor aquatics. Ground is due to be broken in a few months, with the facility scheduled to open in the fall of next year. And roller skating has seen a massive resurgence, in part by people picking up the hobby during the pandemic. I have a niece who's in her 20s,
Roller
and
skates?
her birthday is coming up. Guess what she wants to do for her birthday party? Or her birthday.
Go roller skating.
Go roller skating. She's in her
Wow.
20s. So the resurgence,
And all of these rinks
Right.
just closed in the last
I know.
5 years.
And now it's coming back.
Good golly. I will. First of all, I want to know what kind of cost is associated. It'll be interesting where they land with all of that kind of stuff. I will go, but the Gummer has to come with us
Okay.
because the Gummer
Was
is
the
a
DJ.
skating god.
Well, is he a skating god or is he the DJ skating?
Both.
Oh, he can skate real well too?
Oh, don't you remember in the Marvin Lewis Community Fund
Yeah,
thing
did
when
he
we had to
skate?
go skate?
Oh, that's right. It was he and I at the front.
He
Because,
just
yeah. Yeah.
And I'm just holding on to the Gummer
Yeah.
with both hands.
So we'll get me and Gummer.
That's right.
We'll do a
I said
little-
what I said.
Oh, you have photos of the Marvin Lewis one?
No, this is just
Oh, the Gummer. How did you do that?
Gummer sweet
Tanner, how did you
DJing.
do that so fast?
Look at that. Look at that guy.
That's
look at that
John
guy. That is the epitome of cool right there. Look at that guy. Look at that guy.
That's when he was working at his college radio station.
Oh, yeah.
But
Oh.
he DJ'd at,
was-
what was it, Beachmont Roller Rink?
I think so.
Is that where it was, the first one said?
He was dropping some sweet,
Yeah.
some
There
sweet,
it is.
sweet
Happy National DJ. Does it say? Oh, I thought it
songs
said
on the
in there.
people. He'd be like, "This next one's a moonlight skate. Couples
Right.
only."
But do you remember
Couples
that?
only.
Do they still? Yeah, Beachmont Roller Arena. Where you used to walk up or skate up, I guess, and be like, "Could you play Prince's whatever we were listening to back then?"
Dave Matthews, deep cuts only, no hits.
Can
If
you
you know-
roller skate to Dave Matthews?
That was an Andy. That was an Andy Bernard. That was an Office reference.
Oh, sorry, and I didn't get
but
an
you can't,
Office
I
reference.
would say you can't answer marching. I think, which is what I
Yeah.
think they ended up playing in the episode,
Okay.
which is a hit. It's not really a deep cut. I've said a lot of words today, and I'm not sure how many have made sense. But if you are a regular ARC viewer, first of all, you know that, but you will also know that we are connoisseurs of convenience stores. And a new option is coming to town. It is time for Wawa Watch. Wawa will open its first Ohio store in our area in April. The grand opening of the location on Cincinnati Dayton Road near Liberty Way in Liberty Township. Give me Liberty or give me Wawa is April 16th. Wawa says that's special because it happens to be the very same date it opened its very first store in Pennsylvania 61 years ago. The gas station chain is known for its coffees, other specialty beverages, plus it's hoagies. Hoagies are big time. But the pizza, the burgers, the soups, the sides, and more, oh my gosh, it must be unbelievable. Plus, it prides itself on having a commitment to serving the community. Wawa plans to open 8 to 10 stores in Ohio by the end of the year. There are also plans for Wawas in northern Kentucky.
Look at all that coffee selection there.
Good Lord.
Look at that.
Just
And
roast.
the buns, look at those buns.
I was looking, and I liked what I saw.
Okay, we got to go.
I wonder what the Wawa bathroom experience is like.
I don't know. Anybody know the Wawa bathroom
Anybody?
experience?
Any Wawa? No?
Because we judge things on bathrooms.
We do. We do. And I want to know if it reaches Bucky's level, because that's as good as it gets, I think.
And we need a status update on the Buc-ee's in the Dayton area, which we were very excited about. 'Cause
And then there was the water. They were
there was
fighting
something,
over
oh
water.
my goodness, the water. Yeah.
We know from water issues here in our very own building.
We do. That's a whole separate issue.
Does the hot work yet?
Nope.
Dang it.
Yeah.
One of
Time
these
now
days.
is 8:09.
We have a boil advisory in the building.
We do.
I'm kidding. We don't. Maybe we do.
People usually play video games to kick back and relax, but just ahead, we hear which game causes the most stress. Isn't it National Video Game Day?
I'm all stressed out, Jen.
There's your Seinfeld reference of the day.
Is this natural wonder primarily made of stone?
Yes, as am I.
Person, place, or thing. Today at 5 on Star 64.
On Feud,
if you had an identical twin, what would you make them do for you?
you either nail it
My chores, Steve.
or fail it.
Rob a bank. Give me the money, then turn him in.
Family Feud.
You a dirty brother, man.
Family Feud. Tonight starting at 5:30 on Star 64.
Garage door problems? Our door's open. Door not budging? Our door's open. Oh yeah, our door's closed too. A quality garage door and dependable service is more important than you think. Call 513-PDQ-DOOR.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sono Bello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went in different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sono Bello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy, I feel confident.
But it feels good to feel good and look good.
The mommy belly is gone.
Our flexible payment options make it easy to get started today. Schedule your free, no obligation consultation. Call 1-800-888-7434 or go to sonobello.com.
This is the Big Bang. Big Bang.
With True Green, we got a great price on a golf course quality lawn.
Which attracted golfers.
Morning. Who needs a warm-up?
PGA Tour quality lawns for as little as $1 a day.
Welcome back, everybody. We got the cloud cover out there right now, but what's the temperature? We're not doing too bad temperature-wise. I would describe it as mild. It was crazy warm yesterday. Did it reach mid-60s yesterday? I feel like it did.
I like it.
Anyway, cool down is in the offing. Just so you know, we're going to talk to Tara Blake about all of that momentarily. Now, you might think I'm about to go on an old man rant, but technology has big impacts on how we parent our children.
Yeah, an industry watchdog called Common Sense Media has released some surprising data on how young kids are using tech. Just listen to some of these findings. So by age 2,
Yama.
4 in 10 children have their own tablet. And by age 4, that number jumps to nearly half. Kids are also becoming more reliant on their devices. Researchers found that about 1 in 5 children use mobile devices for emotional regulation during meal times or to fall asleep. The authors of this study say parents do not have to go completely without technology, but that we should be closely monitoring content and establishing strict tech-free hours. I try to do that. I mean, and here I am with a 10-year-old, and he likes to play games on his stuff, and he likes to, talk to his friends and everything. But we tried to do that, establish there's a certain time where you have to get off of it, and there's a certain time where, there are parental controls and certain things. But still, there are things that I worry about.
It's pervasive. Yeah. The screens are everywhere. As good as you might be about trying to keep that stuff away from your kids, they see you on them. All, in a lot of cases, a great deal of time in a day, in any given day. So I think that's hard because, monkey see, monkey do, as they say. But my kids are a little older, so that transition into screens came a little bit later, I think, for us, for that very reason. And plus, I would just say, go outside and find a stick. Yeah. Just find a stick.
Well, and I'm lucky my son does that. I don't think I saw him yesterday until like 7 after school. He was outside playing. They were playing basketball. They were riding their scooters. They were doing, and so I'm okay with him coming home and wanting to communicate with his friends or play Fortnite or whatever for a little while.
Yeah, and it wasn't like, even when I was a kid, it wasn't like I wasn't playing video games.
Oh my gosh,
I was on my
yeah.
Commodore 64. I was on my Atari 2600.
Yeah.
I was on my, original Nintendo Entertainment System. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just different now because you can go everywhere with them.
Well, and the content
everywhere.
that's on it. The access to certain things. And,
I remember the first time we got a hold of Leisure Suit Larry
I
on
don't
my
know what that
Commodore
is.
64.
Is it a game?
Oh, it was a game.
Oh boy, you'll have
And
to tell me more about that.
I probably should not have had it.
Uh-oh.
Speaking of technology, a new study, I have friends who would agree with this, finds Mario Kart as the most stressful video game to play. Researchers found the players' heart rates rise by an average of 21 beats per minute. EA's soccer game, FIFA,
Sport,
comes in at second. Call of Duty Black Ops is third. Black Ops is third. Mario Kart is one. Animal Crossing, by the way, rounds out the list. I have friends who have nearly come to blows over Mario Kart. God help you if one of your buddies has been in first place the whole game and you come up with a blue shell right before that dude's about to finish.
You're not first or
and
last,
you just
man.
launch that thing and it hits him like feet from the finish line and then like 6 people pass him. That's how friendships end. That's how friendships, I mean, it can be bad.
Well, but I kind of get it because you're on the whole time. You know what I mean? And so with Call of Duty, not that I've ever played it, ever,
right.
but it seems to me like there are times where you're kind of, there are down times where there's a story that goes on. Don't they have to there's kind of a narration that tells you about what's happening and then you go into the battle scenes or whatever.
And you're in the middle of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, there's a little bit of a downtime. Mario Kart, you're just going. You're racing the whole time, right?
And if God help you if you're on Rainbow Road, I have gone several minutes without blinking because I was on Rainbow Road. And just my eyes are dried out. I'm trying not to go off the edge because sometimes there's no guardrails. Good Lord. Yeah, it can be rough.
So is that your most stressful?
I can get stressed out by that, but I can remember one of the other Mario games. I can't remember which one, but you could play, 3 or 4 players at once. And you would kind of play like together. You weren't playing against each other. You were trying to kind of clear through the worlds together. And I would play with my sons. And so my sons, Sam and Danny. Danny's the youngest. And I can remember we would be going through the middle of this board, and you're just trying to get one person through, right? You're trying to get one person because then everybody would be pulled through. And Sam and I would both, our guys would die. We would fall off the screen. And we would just start chanting, "Don't die, Danny! Don't die, Danny!" Just hoping that Danny could pull us through to the end. It's a weird thing to chant to your 8-year-old.
It is. Well, I said that to my 10-year-old the other day when he was playing Fortnite, and he's like, "Mom, I got 12 kills," or whatever. I'm like, "Good job.
Way to go. Good for you.
Good killing today?" It feels so weird.
In the immortal words of Major Payne, gotta be somebody needs some killing. It is 17 minutes after 8. February is coming to a close, which means it's almost my favorite time of year, March Madness. We hear who the betting experts think are going to win the big dance and who you should maybe think about for your brackets. That's next on ARC Cincinnati. Stay with us.
I was in the passenger seat. My boyfriend at the time was driving. What we believed to be a drunk driver ultimately ended up pulling in front of us and stopping. The person behind us hit us going 60. It was like, okay, I'll call Harvey. The absolute first thing that he helped me with was making sure that I was okay physically. I got what I needed. I'm 100% better today. It was definitely easier than I thought it was gonna be.
If you think you have a case, call me 513-621-0000.
Teasdale Fenton's air duct cleaning services rid your home of unwanted contaminants that can cause various respiratory issues for you and your family.
As a busy mom, I would highly recommend Teasdale Fenton to my friends and family.
Visit our website or call now to schedule air duct cleaning today.
Did they just hop from a baseball game to a show on Max without leaving DirecTV?
It's like all their apps and channels are connected.
Oh, it's all connected. Shows, movies, sports, cooking shows. Oh my God.
Is she talking to us?
Tell me, how does DirecTV put all your favorite stuff on one home screen? Uncanny content suggestions based on your watch history? Or mind control?
Were you recently electrocuted?
A better way to watch whatever you want to watch.
Well, I, for one, am intrigued.
We have to fight. This is how we do it. We have made a mine detection robot. What do you want? To win.
Oh, can we talk some college basketball, please? We're talking Kentucky. Boy, it was tight against Oklahoma. Otega-Oweh, though. Oweh. I always say, Oweh. Scored a career-high 28 points, 23 in the second half, including that little floater you saw there with 6 seconds left. That led to the win. Didn't hurt that he went down and got a partial block on the other end as well. Oklahoma, his former team, and he helped his current team, Wildcats, get the victory, 83-82. Next up, it's tough. At Rupp, they will host number 1 Auburn on Saturday. Other big news for Big Blue Nation. Last night you had Lamont Butler, who's a starting point guard. He was back. He had missed several games. He was out for some time with a shoulder thing. Jackson Robinson was back as well, another starter, I think second leading scorer on the team. He had been out for some time with a wrist that had been tweaked. Unfortunately, he started but then did not come back in the second half. So I don't know if he re-aggravated that, but certainly against Auburn come Saturday, they will need everybody ready if they have a chance against Auburn, because Auburn's a really good basketball team. Yeah, they've lost maybe 2 games all year, 3 games, something. Wow. Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, they're good.
Okay,
they're
so
awfully
put them
good.
in your bracket. Right.
Auburn? Yeah, I mean, I think you've got it, because they might be the number 1 of the ones. Anyway, we got more.
Yeah.
We'll explain.
So if you believe the experts in Vegas, you may put Auburn at the top of your bracket. Right now, all or most of the sports books are favoring them to win March Madness this year, followed closely by Duke.
Boo.
But most of the fun of the NCAA championship are those brackets busting upsets, and you won't have long to wait. Let's see. We are just 17 days away. Here's our countdown calendar from Selection Sunday. And yesterday we asked you your plans for March Madness, specifically if you plan to fill out a bracket. And we wanted to update the results. Look at these results. You can still cast your vote. Scan the QR code and let us know your thoughts. So
55% are not going to fill out any bracket?
That's right.
It's the easiest thing in the world. You don't have to know anything. But you don't have to know anything.
Yes, you do. You have to know all the teams that are playing. I mean, and I'm not up to date.
Some people choose by mascot. Others choose by color. Like the school
I've chosen
colors.
by different factors before. I shall not mention on TV. But yeah.
It's just fun.
It's work. It's a lot of work.
Says the person who plays fantasy football like her life depends on it.
Okay, maybe I need to start filling out brackets and getting more into betting on
I can remember
because then I would be more in it.
One of the things that always drove Lomax so crazy is because he and I would talk basketball all the time. He loved college basketball. Is that he would go in and he won our in-house bracket several times, but sometimes people who don't know the shape of a basketball would somehow win because you'd pick just the right handful of crazy upsets that nobody thinks will happen, and they end up happening.
Sure.
Which is what makes that Thursday. By the way, I think I'm taking that Thursday, Friday off work, just so you know.
Okay.
Because
in March.
I'm just going to watch so much
there
basketball.
You go.
Oh my gosh.
Are we going to we should do like a arc bracket.
Arc bracket.
I don't know how
should we say arc bracket?
Arc bracket.
Bracket.
We'll figure it out.
Bracket. Hey, FC Cincinnati, that's a different sport.
Yep.
Advances to the CONCACAF Champions Cup round of 16 for the second straight season. Kevin Denke scored Cincinnati's only goal, tying Motagua 1-1, but it's an aggregate kind of thing, so they played them twice, and FCC wins the series point-wise 5-2. 5 goals to 2 because we beat them 4-1 in the game we played down there in Honduras. The Orange and Blue will host Mexican club Tigres UANL on Tuesday. First, however, they'll meet Philadelphia on the pitch Saturday. That is a regular season MLS game, not a CONCACAF game.
Tigres.
Tigers. Yeah. Denke's been unbelievable.
Yes.
I think he's had a goal in every match so far, be it CONCACAF or regular season. Dude's been money. That's
what
a good
about
pickup.
Evander? Has he?
He scored, I think, in the first CONCACAF game. Has not scored since, but from what I'm hearing, again, from my son Danny, people seem to be liking how the offense looks with those two fellas out there now.
It's exciting.
It is very exciting.
Go FCC.
Yeah.
Well, on to another sport. The Reds are full steam ahead in Cactus League play. So they turned yesterday's game against the Angels into a home run derby. We'll take that. Christian Encarnacion Strand was the first Red with a home run. And then Matt McClain had a big game as well. He went 3 for 3 with a home run and 2 doubles. Finally, Mr. Ellie De La Cruz on a mission for home run number 3 and whacks one out park. Reds win it 9-4. They're back on the field today at 3 against the Diamondbacks. Graham Ashcraft starts on the mound. And the Reds have a special giveaway planned to honor the Hit King this season. We mentioned this before, but now we're getting a look. Pete Rose Night will be held on Wednesday, May 14th against the White Sox. All fans will get a number 14 replica jersey off the road uniform during the 1975 and 76 seasons. How cool is that? The Reds will also wear a number 14 patch on their uniforms this season. Rose, of course, passed away in September at the age of 83.
I say this only half jokingly. Wouldn't it be cool if FanDuel gave everybody one free bet that night? In Pete's honor.
In Pete's honor.
You know what I mean? If you showed up to the game,
they actually should. That would be.
I feel that's a marketing plus, I would think, for FanDuel.
Or give you 14.
That out there for you.
Sometimes they do deals, like they'll send you an email and be like, today, if you place a bet, you get a 20% boost or whatever, or $5 towards whatever. You could get $14 credit.
Boom. Or $41.92 from when he broke Tycom's record.
Yeah. There's so many options.
Yeah.
We're available for consultation for all your betting needs.
We're here to help. It's report card time. Oh, boy. For the Cincinnati Bengals. Oh, no. Each year, the NFL Players Association comes out with its review of the various teams. And let's just say they were brutally honest. And once again, it was brutal for the Bengals as an organization. Ranked 24th overall. That's actually a slight improvement from last year. With F and F- ratings for things like treatment of players' families, dining, and nutrition. Now, Coach Taylor was given an A rating, and so were the Bengals' locker rooms and training staff. For the second straight year, the Miami Dolphins finished in first place overall. Minnesota Vikings, were they at the end of the list? No, they were number 2. Vikings were number 2, let me be clear, on the list.
And this is out of 32 teams that we were 24th, right? Who was the dead last?
I don't know.
I know we rated dead last in the food. Because you sent me that text yesterday.
And the families, and Bob, be careful. It's 2025, right? The NFL is a literal billion-dollar, multi-billion-dollar industry. Like, I don't think in the day and age of players where they are, you can afford to be last in certain categories, or even that low in certain categories. You cannot. I don't think you can be in a position where you're hoping to lure various free agents, various whatever, and the rest of the players see, oh, they got ranked with an F for how they're going to treat my family.
Right.
Oh, they got ranked with an F for what kind of food they're going to, provide during the week or whatever. And it's very easy for anybody out there, for me, for you, for anybody to go, they're multimillionaires. Why can't they take care of their own food? Totally get it. Understand what you're saying. I hear you. But if everybody else in an industry is doing it at a certain level and you're doing it at this level,
and you've got 2 teams tough, coming after you, and they're
Everything
equal,
else is
everything else, they're both offering you the same thing, and you have the option to choose the one that's ranked 24th or the one that's ranked second, third, fourth. Yeah. How do you decide, or what are the factors?
Right. And it's funny because we're talking about, can they sign this guy? Can they sign that guy? Do they have enough money to do this? Can they bring in some big dudes to put on the offensive line, the defensive line? And they not providing the meals.
Spam or something.
Yeah. Which is, but I think the point is well made.
Okay. Baby steps. Yeah. Baby steps.
They were better than they were the year before.
I'll take an A for the coach, though.
Agreed. And for the training staff and those guys, I think it's cool that the players recognize those folks.
And the coaching staff, I'm sure, has nothing to do with the
They're not cooking.
food. They're not cooking.
Or maybe they do, and that's the problem.
I think Coach Taylor looks like he could serve up some mean conies, or
he could whip something together.
I think he's multi-talented. He could do whatever he wants. All right, time now is 8:29. Taking a live look at the Covington Earth Cam. It was a beautiful day yesterday for the most part, but will that warmth stick around? We chat with meteorologist Tara Blake next on ARC Cincinnati.
Get back in the swing of things. Back on your feet. Back to work. Just tell us what hurts. Ortho Cincy offers online scheduling, same and next day appointments, walk-in orthopedic urgent care. Connect with expert surgeons, physicians, and physical therapists, providing innovative care solutions for common and chronic orthopedic issues. Just tell us what hurts. Ortho Cincy, the orthopedic authority.
The Arctic air came.
Record low temperatures.
In the snow.
Massive snowfall.
So our customers couldn't. Now Big Sandy's having a snow emergency event. Save $500 on an LG top-load laundry pair. Now just $9.99. Samsung Mega Capacity Counter Depth Refrigerator with 4 types of ice. Save $1,300. Now just $14.99. Plus get up to 3 years special financing with no money down. And next day delivery available at Big Sandy's Superstore.
When faced with the unknown, we know time is of the essence. And when fighting an illness like cancer, we at Cleveland Clinic work to quickly diagnose even the most rare cases.
From the point of diagnosis to the beginning of my treatment, they addressed it so quickly, I don't know that I would have gotten that anywhere else.
For every diagnosis, for every possible chance, for every care in the world, Cleveland Clinic. If you've been diagnosed with cancer, call 833-523-CARE.
If you're talking, they will hear you.
Why are we getting killed like this?
Kyle's not here. Got caught drinking beer in the park a couple of nights ago.
Really?
Yeah. 0 tolerance. He's out for the season.
Harsh.
Hey, he knew not to drink. We've made that clear to all of our kids, right?
No, not really.
Bill, if we don't tell them what we expect and why they shouldn't drink, how are they going to know?
Talk. They hear you. For more information, visit underagedrinking.samhsa.gov.
This year's Cincinnati Auto Expo is on the go. March 1st through the 9th will be your chance to test drive a new car. You simply log on to the website on your screen to see the participating tri-state dealers near you. See a vehicle that catches your eye, schedule a test drive. It's Cincinnati Auto Expo on the go.
It was just very suspicious.
Their mother never came home from work.
Someone shot her and just let her die.
Dateline.
Tonight at 8 on Star 64.
I just have this feeling that among a certain demographic, our numbers just shot through the roof.
I feel like we need to mimic. Oh, my legs.
There we go. Okay, we're sitting exactly the same.
I don't even your flipping shoes are kind of close.
We're somehow dressed almost exactly
We've
like
done
today.
this for weeks, though. We've kind of repeated
We
each
even have
other's
the same
outfits.
What is happening? Oh no! Oh, look at the camera! Oh no!
We're sitting alike too.
We need Sheila, the redhead, in the middle.
Yeah, it's like a cult.
This is not a Stepford situation at all.
I'm think one, and you're
Looks
thinking
like Charlie's Angels.
Oh, and I'm
We're
the,
like that?
and I'm the cat, so
There
that
we
works
go.
out.
Yeah.
Happy Friday Eve. You have almost made it to the end of your work week, and as we get ready for the weekend, we wanted to take a look at some fun events happening around town.
And meteorologist Tara Blake is joining us to help round up some of these events.
Wait, which one of you is Tara Blake?
Jen Jr. I'm Jen Jr.
There we go. So, Tara, question for you.
Yes.
Are you tired of forecasting winter weather yet?
Beyond.
Okay. Yeah. But and this is like a false spring, right?
Right.
That we've been experiencing because this is not
We've
going to
had
stay.
a few of them, though.
Right.
I mean, we were 70 at the beginning of February.
This is
but
weirding me
We are not
out.
done. I'm sorry.
No, it just looks like...
When she was like, I'm going to put my glasses on. We need to take a picture. And I was like, oh my goodness. It's pretty close.
Okay, sorry. I'm done.
I don't know who's supposed to read this.
I think it's you.
It's me? Okay, well, if this event fulfills their promise, then we won't have to worry ever again
about
the winter weather.
Wow, okay.
Because the Precipitation Retaliation is an annual event held by the organizers of Bachfest. Each year, the effigy of a snowman is burned the weekend before Bachfest. It is in the hope that this ritual will keep snow out of the forecast for the festival. This year, the Precipitation Retaliation at Northern Row Brewery and Distillery is tomorrow from 5 to 8.
Love that name.
Yeah, Bachfest organizers have released a picture of this year's victim. He looks so happy. No one tell him what is coming.
Burn
Frosty.
him!
Poor
Burn!
Frosty.
It's quite a thing that
Sorry,
we do.
Frosty, you're out.
Yeah, you're gone.
You're gone.
Yeah.
We've had plenty of snow.
Do you guys have any patches left anywhere? I feel like mine's finally
Yes.
completely gone. You do?
I almost took a picture of one yesterday saying, does anybody else have this dollop of snow/ice that will not go away?
Mine's finally, I think, totally gone. Hey, you can enjoy some art after dark tomorrow or something else for the weekend. The Cincinnati Art Museum hosting its monthly after-hours party tomorrow. This month's theme is Arts Wave Pride and serves as a celebration of the LGBTQ arts community. You'll have music, like Bites Cash Bar. You can also get free admission to the special exhibition featuring the works of artist Shazia Skander. Art After Dark starts at 5. Parking is limited, so the museum does recommend that you ride share. We've been doing more in here on ARC with the Art Museum when they've had some different things going on. And I'm so glad we are, because it's such a gem.
Yeah,
and
it
it's,
is.
you know, except for the special exhibitions, it's free. Like if you want to walk up and look at amazing art, like today, like this afternoon at lunch,
It's amazing.
you can just waltz right in there.
Yeah.
It's pretty amazing. It really is.
Yeah, I'm glad that we've been having them on to talk more about the exhibits and all the things they do. And I'm told they will be on next week.
Oh, good.
With another thing they're doing. Yeah.
Oh.
Love it. All right, so how about this? Mr. Lomax would not love
I know.
this. But
No,
you
he's
can
out.
feel
Yeah.
on top of the world at a recreation of the RMS Titanic. Titanic, an immersive voyage, is a touring museum with more than 300 artifacts from the infamous ship. There are also immersive virtual reality experiences that actually put you in a virtual submarine to see the wreck site. Titanic, an immersive voyage, is set up on the 4th Street downtown through May 3rd, so there for quite a long time.
Where exactly is it on 4th Street? I'm trying to think.
Is it right in that same space where they've done like the Van Gogh thing?
Oh, okay.
It's the same company.
So
they
it's
did
where the
Monet,
old
they
TJ
did
Maxx?
Van Gogh. Yes, the old TJ Maxx. That's it.
You tell me a TJ Maxx or a Taco Bell, and
yep.
then that's a reference
It's,
that I'll
it's
get.
right.
Okay.
It's right near where you would walk in when you would go to
The mall.
Tower Place Mall.
Okay.
Yeah, when that was still when there were still things there to go and do. So I think it's neat that they are continually finding different sort of interesting things to put in that space.
We just did a story yesterday about the mall, the Galleria up in Middletown, where they were talking about looking for things that they can do in that.
Because people want entertainment and restaurants in a mall.
And entertainment, which is things you find in a mall, and that's
Literally,
what's
if we
happening.
were playing $25,000 pyramid, you would go entertainment, restaurants, things you might find in a mall.
Okay.
Right?
He's going to go on a rant again. So
No,
let's
I'm
move on.
not.
Okay.
Hey. If you can believe it, dairy whips and ice cream stands, whips around the tri-state are opening. Among the stands opening this very weekend, the Mount Healthy Dairy Bar. And just a couple years back, I went out there to see what makes that business so special. Take a look.
This building has been here since 1956, so it was owned previously by another family, and then about 30 years ago was bought from my family actually. So this place has been like my second home essentially since I was little.
Caitlin Brisker has been around the ice cream biz all her life, and while running the Mount Healthy Dairy Bar is her family tradition, she knows well that coming to the Mount Healthy Dairy Bar is others.
This place has a big following. Every year when we open, everybody gets so excited to have us open again. It's kind of nostalgic, it's very childhood, it's very exciting. Like, who doesn't love some ice cream?
Now, when I said it would be a huge problem if we did not come to the Mount Healthy Dairy Bar, I didn't mean it would be a huge problem because people would be upset. I meant huge because this kind of thing is normal for around here. That's huge.
So we have a monster cone. It's an extra large ice cream cone. It's probably no bigger, like as big as my face, no jokes. We also have this thing called a monster bowl. It's got 3 large portions of ice cream, 3 sundae toppings, nuts, whipped cream. It's got 4 brownies, a whole banana. Alrighty, there's that monster bowl for you.
That's a huge difference, and it's just one of the things that keeps some folks coming back here again and again.
We have some people that come all the time. They know us by name. They know about our life. We know about their life. They're always so friendly, and they're nice to us, and we're nice back.
And speaking of good people, if you're going to eat one or both of these things, it's nice to have some good friends around. Cliff and Tanner. They love working with me. Sure, I miss Cliff.
I miss Cliff.
I miss Cliff so much.
I know.
So Cliffy has moved on and is doing other wonderful things. Tanner is still stuck here. He's upstairs. So the funny thing with us eating that is when we first kind of got it all together, we were eating. You would be so grossed out.
Oh God,
They
I'm
first
scared.
gave it to us, and we just sit it on top of a garbage can that we saw sitting there. And so you had these 3 guys, and there was freezing rain coming down. And we're just like, just absolutely mashing this gigantic tub of ice cream that was sitting on top of a garbage
It's
can.
better that I thought you guys were passing around the cone.
The cone,
like,
no,
you
we
take
did not.
care,
We did not do that.
So on top of a garbage can, okay.
We-
It's
we-
probably
Did make an important discovery that day, though, that sometimes dairy hits me funny. And it hit me funny when we got back in the car.
Oh, and you had a long ride home then, too.
Yep, sure did.
Good times. Okay. The weather forecast.
I don't know words.
Is it going
for
to be nice weather? It's going to be colder this weekend, so for the dairy
They
lifts
know.
that are opening,
They
I'm
know.
trying to just gloss over it and move forward.
It's okay, they
But
know.
he's just going to...
I'll focus on you.
Okay.
From here
Well,
on
what's
out.
Jen and Tara chat?
Yeah.
Hi.
Hey.
This is weird.
Did you notice we switched?
The weather this weekend, we're going to head towards the weekend with PM scattered rain and storms today.
Mainly east.
Mainly east. The best looking ahead is Friday.
You couldn't tell the difference, right? We're so similar today.
It's too bad I don't have dark hair.
And I used to be blonde.
I actually do have dark hair, but
You could flip it off.
What is happening
59,
right now?
mostly sunny for your Friday. Friday's the best day. I was trying to figure out if the dairy bars and different locations are open on Friday or if it's just over the weekend for it being March 1st. So Friday would be a good day for ice cream, but any day's a good day for ice cream. It's just going to be a lot colder, so you're going to be hiding from the cold, not the freezing rain like Bob was, but the cold on Saturday at 40. High Sunday is 36. But still, going to be an overall good, quiet weekend. Right, Tara?
yes, Tara. Facing each other is a weird. It's
very weird. That's how I feel when he talks.
You guys should do
disgustingly,
You guys should do self affirmations to one another.
We
right now.
You're good enough.
You are beautiful.
You're smart enough.
You are
and gosh darn
strong.
it, I like you.
I like you too.
Oh, that was really. Oh, yeah.
That was it was close. Now do the 2 guys from Sesame Street who combine words together to make one word.
I don't know if she knows that.
Yeah.
What's the word? Remember that? So they would say part of a word, and then you would finish it like
Sir.
Pearl
Jam.
Pearl Jam, and we'd say it
Pearl
together, which
Jam.
is 2 words, and it defeats the point. But it
I was
was right
doing
there.
surprising.
Okay, never
You
mind.
could do prizing. Do sir.
Anyway, yeah, this was fun.
You're welcome, everybody.
Sorry.
This is ARC.
This is live television.
Yep.
Truly, it's a gift. More to us than you.
Is relevant.
It is.
Definitely more to us.
By the way, my dairy issues hit me before I got in the car, but I waited. It's 8:42.
You sound like my children.
How about a day at the movies?
Yes.
We're going to chat about some.
I'm not going
ice
with
cream
you.
with Bob.
Some new films coming to theaters. That's next on Cinema 64.
How are you on airplanes?
Stay with
Are
us.
you the worst?
You don't want to. You just. I know. Ah!
What's Raj's secret weapon?
It's a sweet green miracle.
The Big Bang Theory.
Tonight is 7 on Star 64.
On the next Young Sheldon.
Road trip to the Super Telescope, baby.
When are we leaving?
Oh, right, you.
Sheldon and the team are hitting the road.
Feel free to pick up the pace. A butterfly just passed us.
I'm going 10. Pick up the pace.
The next Young Sheldon.
Tonight at 7:30.
If you haven't called Senior Life Insurance Company for your free quote, you're probably paying too much. Senior Life was able to get this 65-year-old woman a $10,000 immediate benefit whole life plan for under $41 a month. She saved over $450 a year by choosing Senior Life. Some competitors cost twice as much. This 65-year-old man was paying almost $110 a month before he called Senior Life. We were able to cut his rate to $52, saving him almost $700 a year. These low rates are locked in, and so is the coverage amount. Hundreds of thousands of seniors have taken advantage of our low-cost plans built with seniors' budgets in mind. We saved this couple almost $1,400 a year with more coverage compared to what they were paying. Call now to find out if Senior Life Insurance Company can cut your rate in half. The quote is absolutely free. Switch to Senior Life and stop paying too much. Call now.
At Brakes for Less, you get more for less. How much more? New brake pads on all 4 wheels, resurfaced rotors, a brake fluid top-off, plus a parts and labor warranty, all for as low as $239. Our expert technicians do thousands of brake jobs a week and provide prompt, speedy service. Hurry, schedule your free brake inspection today. Less waiting, less stress, less cost. Brakes for Less gives you more for less.
Well, the entertainment world is mourning a loss of 2 stars today. Michelle Trachtenberg died early yesterday at her apartment in Manhattan.
The actor rose to fame at just 10 years old as the Snoop in the 1996 film Harriet the Spy. Fans will also recognize her from Gossip Girl and Buffy the Vampire Slayer. New York City police say her death is not believed to be suspicious. Trachtenberg was just 39 years old.
So sad. And so is this. This tragic news came out early this morning. Gene Hackman and his wife, Betsy Arakawa, have been found dead in their New Mexico home, and that is according to the Santa Fe County Sheriff's Office. And now investigators say they do not expect foul play, but the cause of the death is yet unconfirmed. Hackman is best, of course, known for, gosh, it's hard to narrow it down, but there's so many performances in films. I mean, you've got The French Connection, you've got my favorite, Hoosiers, you've got Unforgiven, you've got The Firm, you've got Superman. I mean, so many. But this morning, I asked you to share your thoughts on Hackman's passing, so let's take a look at what some of you have said. David said, so sad to hear this. He was such a great actor. My favorite role of his was Coach Jimmy McGinty in The Replacements.
I think Keanu Reeves was in that, right?
I think
was
so.
That The Replacements,
yeah.
I think? Terry says, I loved any movie he was in, but Enemy of the State, I think that was with Will Smith. Was one of my favorites. If you haven't seen it, you should. Terry, that is a good movie. It's the one I'm thinking of.
And Robert says, again, my favorite, Coach Norman Dale from Hoosiers.
That's the one.
And so he could do anything. He could do comedy. He could do serious roles. He could be a villain. But him as a coach is just what I think. So you've got, The Replacements one. They've got the Crimson Tide.
Crimson Tide, he was the sub-commander, right?
Am I mixing up? I'm sorry.
That was Denzel Washington,
yes.
Which is a great
Another great one,
movie.
But him as the coach, whether he was a football coach, whether he was the coach in Hoosiers, whether he was a bad guy as Lex Luthor, he was my favorite Lex Luthor.
He was a sort of a fun Luthor. He was he was still Lex Luthor, but there were some very Miss Tessmacher. There were some sort of lighter moments with him as well, and obviously, first and foremost, a tragedy for that family because they had, I believe, 3 children together.
Right.
His wife was, I believe, just in her mid-60s.
Yeah, she was like 63, I think.
And when news like that comes out, there is unfortunately a tendency to jump to there being more to it. It sounds like this is completely unconfirmed, and I don't mean to suggest that I know anything, definitively about the situation, but it has been suggested maybe it was a carbon monoxide leak or something like that, of that ilk, that led to the death of he and his wife and their dog.
Also,
but just for that family, just a tragedy. Oh, Unforgiven.
So many.
He was unforgiving and unforgiven, big time.
He will be missed, that's for sure. Moving on to other entertainment news, as spring approaches, Hollywood is rolling out numerous new movies. This morning, we want to give you a rundown of 10 films coming to theaters in March.
She has become a symbol of their defiance.
March at the Movies kicks off with 2 futuristic flicks in The Lost Lands, based on a George R.R. Martin short story, and Bong Joon-ho's Mickey 17. Both arrive March 7th.
I hope that shatterproof glass can withstand the abuse.
Porky Pig and Daffy Duck are back on the big screen in The Day the Earth Blew Up, a Looney Tunes movie, which opens alongside Steven Soderbergh's spy thriller Black Bag, March 14th.
What did you say?
The people need some kindness.
Theaters may get busier on March 21st when Disney's live-action remake of Snow White, Barry Levinson's mob drama The Alto Knights, and the bodybuilding drama Magazine Dreams land in theaters.
Like, I'm the emotional support human and it's the dog that can't cope.
And March closes with a trio of films opening the 28th with Naomi Watts and Bill Murray in The Friend, the comedy The Ballad of Wallace Island, and the horror yarn The Woman in the Yard. Oh, there's a couple of those.
There are a couple that were a little,
Ooh, scary.
Looney Tunes would be where I land, I think, among all the things I saw there.
I was saying to you, I'm glad they're kind of reinvigorating Looney Tunes, because I know you can still see it at places, but not necessarily in the theater, and that's something I can take my son to and kind of teach him about Looney Tunes.
I can remember I had the Looney Tunes Golden Collection, like 4 or 5 disc set on DVD, and quite literally just subjected to my children to that as they were growing up.
Give me a
Now that's Woody Woodpecker.
Oh yeah, why was he's not part of Looney Tunes?
I don't think so. I think he's a separate. He's more of a Tex Avery guy,
was I thinking
like
that was
Droopy
part of
Dog
Looney
and
Tunes?
things like that.
Oh, it's like DC and Marvel, like.
It's definitely
the worlds don't collide.
Different worlds. Okay. Very, very different worlds. Remember,
or
my Spear and Magic Helmet. Remember when they redid the opera? Like most classical music I know from Looney Tunes. Shocking. It is 10 minutes until 9 o'clock. We'll be right back.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
It's pronounced Biberty. Biberty. Nice try, kid. Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty.
Liberty.
It's time to say not so fast chronic kidney disease. Because with a progressive disease like CKD, slow is good. And believe me, I know all about slow. That's why I'm here to tell you about Jardiance. It's a little pill proven to slow the progression of CKD and reduce the risk of kidney failure, which can lead to dialysis.
Serious side effects include increased ketones in blood or urine, which can be fatal. Stop Jardiance and call your doctor right away if you have nausea, vomiting, stomach pain, tiredness, trouble breathing, or increased ketones. Jardiance may cause dehydration that can suddenly worsen kidney function and make you feel dizzy, lightheaded, or weak upon standing. Genital yeast infections in men and women, urinary tract infections, low blood sugar, or a rare life-threatening bacterial infection between and around the anus and genitals can occur. Call your doctor right away if you have fever or feel weak or tired and pain, tenderness, swelling, or redness in the genital area. Don't use if allergic to Jardiance. Stop use if you have a serious allergic reaction. Call your doctor if you have rash, swelling, difficulty breathing, or swallowing. You may have increased risk for lower limb loss. Call your doctor right away if you have new pain or tenderness, sores, ulcers, or infection in your legs or feet.
So go on, say not so fast CKD. Ask your doctor about Jardiance for chronic kidney disease.
Not sure how to hire a lawyer after a car accident? Call Young, Reverman, and Bolliton. We'll walk you through it. Think it's too expensive? Here's a fact. You pay nothing up front for our services, nothing. We simply don't get paid until you do. When you're our client, it's free to talk to us whenever you need to. You can come see us, get case updates, ask for advice, and get your questions answered, all for free. Get the facts and the help you need after an accident. Call Young, Reverman, and Bolliton.
From all over the world, people turn to Cleveland Clinic for our expertise and our compassionate care. As leaders in heart, neurology, and cancer, the future of specialty care is happening right now at Cleveland Clinic. For every life-saving treatment, for every care in the world. For appointments and second opinions, call 833-523-CARE.
Welcome back, everybody. So a couple of weeks ago, on Valentine's Day, I posted this Dance Party Friday. I had some help from the studio crew, who always are just at the ready to join me with fantastic dance moves. I want you to watch specifically for my friend Eric here, who was just, look at that. That guy's ready to bust a move in a second.
Yeah, and he's performing at the Fire Festival this year.
So we know he's got some stuff going on. My buddy Benny is going to be coming up here in just a second. He always is willing to dive in and help. And then the veteran of the crew, the guy who's been around here for just quite a while and can do anything, Chuck. I'm like, Chuck, can you help me with dance party?
No, he does not.
And Chuck was ready. Anyway, so that Dance Party Friday is out there on TikTok, and it's just a reminder, we still do the Dance Party Fridays. It just has to happen on social media these days, right? But what I would like is a little help this week with what I should dance to, as our morning dove is cooing in the background. I give you this opportunity to scan the QR code and help decide the dance, the song to dance to, I guess I should say. Though It's Okay, I'm Okay by Tate McRae does have its own dance on the TikToks right now, and I would have to learn that apparently. Can't Stop the Feeling, Justin Timberlake is an option. Life in One Day has no votes. And that breaks my heart because that is Howard Jones. And it is a freaking fantastic song. So please, Howard Jones fans, get on the stick.
Did Boogie here last year?
Boogie, I think he did. He came to, did he come to Taft? Or was it Riverbend?
I thought it was a Riverbend as part of like a...
Oh, like a bigger...
80s, 90s, something. I can't remember, yeah.
Boogie Wonderland, Earth, Wind, and Fire on the list as well. So if you'd like to participate, you can also go to the ARC Cincinnati section of local12.com until 4 a.m. tomorrow to vote, and we'll get that posted sometime tomorrow morning.
Our morning dove has returned. We've got one in the studio here. And I've decided that it's chosen to stay because there's a hole in the wall right there, as regular viewers will know we talk about, and it's sitting right near the hole, so it likes our show.
It loves us. Yeah. We love it. And we love when you participate in our end of show post.
Do we have an end of show post?
We do. We have to take care of people who responded to yesterday first. And yesterday's question had to do with this. Wade says, I would like to be on The Price is Right. I am very good at getting the price right, which is integral to success on The Price is Right. Thank you, Wade, for chiming in on your would-be game show or reality show that you would like to participate in.
Mary says, Price is Right or Wheel of Fortune, maybe Jeopardy if the right category came up.
Oh, that's the key, isn't it? The right categories. Yeah. Pop culture Jeopardy, by the way, if you haven't done it, fantastic. Casey says Big Brother, only because I feel like I could win. Or a game show like Hollywood Squares. I adore Drew Barrymore. Who doesn't?
Hands down, Patty says The Amazing Race. It would be incredible to visit all of those countries and experience them as a show contestant.
That's still where I'm living, just because of the experience of it. It's not the one I think I'm most likely to win, but I think it would be the coolest one to be on. Amazing Race. Do you have one that sort of stands out like that? Jen Dalton?
I would say I would have liked to have been I would have liked to have done Wheel of Fortune back in the day when you can shop, when I could, with my $35 that was left at the end, that I could buy the ceramic Dalmatian.
Okay.
But we need a question for today.
Question for today. What are you doing this weekend?
Okay.
What do you got going on? What's the thing?
Yeah.
Is it soccer games? Is it basketball games?
I've got basketball game tournament.
You're watching you got tournament time. Look out. Maybe you're going to see a movie, a play, a production of some kind. What are you doing?
Visiting family. Tell us.
Go to the ARC Cincinnati with Bob and Jen page on Facebook. You will see end of show post Thursday right there. Click it.
Are you guys trying to find the bird in the shot?
Ooh.
I was preparing to slow down and turn into the United Dairy Farmers, and then all of a sudden the vehicle just slammed into the back of me. It jolted me real bad. I felt a little, I guess, like tingling, numbness a little bit. I chose Harvey because he was assuring, confident, he was firm as, hey man, I got you, you'll be okay. He's dedicated and true to what he does. I would definitely recommend it.
If you think you have a case,